Hi everyone. So, I'm going to share you a little story from my video game, basically Mother of the Dead. So, I'm going to explain to you why that she became the way she is. Um, Now you might not have never heard of this because this is all new to you guys. Um, but if I ever get my dream game, this is how it will be. So, I'm going to show you like a little story. How did Mother of the Dead became, more evil? So years ago, um, well, maybe a couple of years ago, or thousands, years ago. So, a very long time ago, actually. Um, so Ruby had children back then, um, when they were alive and all that. So she was happy back then. She had her children, and they were, in the house doing stuff. Like how her children know how they clean floors with, using a bucket of water and they use a sponge and they have to scrub the floor or the cloth or whatever. You know how back then how it was. The very old days. So when mother was making meals for her children and all that. So one day, this is very sad actually. One day, some guys came into her home. They had some guns. And, no, I don't think they had guns. No, I think they had mini weapons, I think. Yeah, I don't think they had guns back then. But yeah, they basically they killed her children, and Ruby was so sad. She was crying. She was like, "No, why would you kill my children for?" She's like that, and and she said to those guys that you be you'll pay for this, you know. So, and for some reason, they didn't kill the mother. They only killed her children, which I don't know why. So basically, they just killed the children. And so basically, mother Ruby, she was there with her children, and she couldn't let them go. She couldn't bury them. She couldn't do basically anything. So basically, Ruby wanted to do something. She wanted to find a spell um, to bring back her children, which not alive, basically dead, because they're corpses now. So she found a spell, um, like a witch, and how they have that pot, whatever they do, and she basically made some kind of zombie potion, I think. Or she made a book. Either way, either she could create her book. Yeah, it's a book. Yeah, it's a book. She created her book. So basically she kept her dead corpses' bodies of her children indoors, and she went out with a dagger, and she killed some men for blood because she needed blood, and she basically she killed some men to get their skin. She wanted their skin, so she took the blood and the skin. So basically, what she did was she used the skin as pages for the book, and blood to written blood, so she would write it down, like Evil Dead. So after when she was the book was created, she did a spell on it, and she basically read the book, and all of a sudden her children came back to life like zombies. So basically, they've been woken up by that spell, and all of a sudden, Ruby was so happy. Like she was like, "Oh my God, it works! My children are back!" But so basically, um, she was so happy to see them. Um, so now she told her children, like, now it's time for you to go out and get those men. That you know for revenge. So basically, her children uh, listened to her mom, well, the mother, and then they went out their you know, to the house, and all of a sudden, these guys were having a campfire going. The ones that the killers there, the one that killed them, and after that, the children zombies were starting to go to the camp, and all of a sudden they couldn't find a way to kill them, and all of a sudden all the children ate them all, basically, uh, like zombies. And so after that, and all of a sudden, then the guys that were eaten, all of a sudden they came back as zombies, and all of a sudden everything started to happen. So basically everyone was turning, and all of a sudden my wolf guy shows up, and so basically that's how it starts when you play as wolf. Um, so yeah, and I'll stop it there. So yeah. Um, so I hope you like that little story. I'm pretty sure that story's like what? What's the story now? That story's supposed to be about I think like a mini story. Not the real story, but the mini story. Yeah, it's supposed to be like how it happened like years ago. How did the zombies come and all that? Yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, that's how Ruby made her zombies. That's how she did it. So, yep, that's how she made her zombies. Yep, because of what those soldiers did. Well, they're not soldiers, but they're just bad people. So, so basically, if they never have killed the children, then basically everything would have been fine. No zombies would happen, but they've been basically idiots all this time. So, yep. So that's how it became Mother of the Dead, because basically that's the mother that basically created the dead. So so yeah, that's how the story ends right there. for the mini one. So well, it's not really the end of the story, but I meant that's the you know. So I think that's all I wanted to talk about, because it popped in my head. So I was like, I'll share this to you guys. My little mini story back then. So, so if you like the story, please give me a thumbs up and like. Maybe comment. If my comments don't turn off, I'll try to turn them on if they turn off. But it's just a story. That's all it is. It's a story. So, yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you have a great day, and I'll see you all later. So take care, everyone, and bye-bye.